Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood SureSave Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dent's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from Peoples Bank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 50 of York Revolution baseball. Tonight, the homestand continues, and for the first time this season, the Sugarland Skeeters come to town. First of three here this weekend. Revs took 3 out of 4 against the Road Warriors to start off the week. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Michael Marcantonini. Welcome to Revs baseball here on, well, what is a dreary evening here at the stadium, but fans filing in, the tarp is off, the field is lined, and there really should be no more threat of rain for the next several hours until the overnight hours. We've had rain throughout the day, but none at the moment. Should be done. It is cooler than you would expect for the second day of summer, but we do anticipate playing the game in full and hopefully without interruption tonight. And Michael, the Skeeters come in just a game and a half behind Lancaster. They've had quite the first half under Pete Incaviglia, his first season at the helm. They will play Lancaster for 7 games in Sugarland before the first half is over. And when the Revs were down there, it was kind of a tough series. Sugarland leading the league in pitching, and the Revs' offense was held in check in Texas.
Well, that series that Lancaster and Sugarland will play coming up could decide the first half. The Revs, though, still not out of it. And it starts with this series right here. If they can win 2 out of 3, even sweep the series, they're going to put themselves in good place to be in contention during the final days of the first half. And it's just about winning games right now and sticking where they are. And look, if the Revs don't win the first half, it's not a big deal. You have to still win games and finish off with a good record in case a wild card possibility comes up in the second half. You want that best record. So right now, it's just a matter of taking it one game at a time. Like I said last night, you can't think too much about what's ahead or what they need to do moving forward. You just have to worry about tonight.
The Revs 25-24 coming in tonight. Had a 3-game winning streak snapped last night. They were denied the sweep against the Road Warriors, trying to sweep them in 4. Settled for 3 out of 4 to open this homestand. Sugarland 31-19. They've won back-to-back games. Those games were at Long Island to start the road trip. They traveled down here late Wednesday night after that game. They had yesterday, Thursday off. So they had an entire off day here in York yesterday. Now this series opening up here this evening. And for the Revs, it'll be Robert Carson going back into the starter's role here tonight. He comes in 3-2 with an ERA of 2.10. One of those wins was in relief in Sugarland. And left-hander James Russell goes for the Skeeters here in the opener tonight. 1-1 with a 1.59 ERA in 5 outings and 3 starts. Coming up on our pregame tonight, we'll take a quick look around the league on this Friday evening. Then we'll check in with Mace, get his thoughts on an 8-3 loss to the Road Warriors last night, but the Revs taking 3 out of 4 in that series. So we'll recap with Mace, look ahead to tonight's matchup a little bit as well. First pitch is set for 6:30 here tonight at Peoples Bank Park on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Dale E. Anstein is a personal injury law firm that specializes in auto and motorcycle accidents, workers' compensation, and personal injury cases. Anstein has been proudly protecting the injured in Central PA for more than 40 years and is proud to support the York Revolution. At Dale E. Anstein, consultations are always free, and there is no fee unless they win the case for you. To learn more about Dale E. Anstein, or if you're in need of representation, go to AnsteinLaw.com. That's ANSTINE law.com.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a Kona Ice birthday party at People's Bank Park. Parties include a 2-hour feast, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey, a ceremonial first pitch, and a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays in the Kona Ice birthday zone during a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
When your kids are bored, your garage is overflowing, and your patio furniture is on its last legs, you need Penn Dutch Structures. Our selection of Amish-crafted sheds, swing sets, gazebos, and outdoor furniture includes everything you need to play, relax, and entertain all year long. Shop our impressive selection of in-stock structures or work with our professionals to customize a made-to-order structure that meets all your needs. Visit Penn Dutch Structures on site at the markets at Shrewsbury, located off I-83 on the Susquehanna Trail. That's Penn Dutch Structures on site at the markets at Shrewsbury.
Need to get some cash? No problem. Head to Royal Farms, step up to the ATM, and
get your cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Yep, that's the way we do it at Royal Farms. Some retailers charge to use their ATMs. We don't. Our ATMs are surcharge free, so you can always get
cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Anytime at all Royal Farms ATMs.
A bank or credit card fee may apply.
Buying or selling? The auction houses of Dover and Mount Royal have you covered. From selling full estates to taking consignments on good, clean merchandise. Join us for weekly in-house auctions at Mount Royal. With food served during weekly auctions and 3 certified appraisers on staff, our friendly and courteous team will make the process easy and enjoyable. We offer a great deal on real estate, selling at 3% instead of real estate agents' commission rate of 6%. For more information, visit our Facebook page, call us at 717-963-3190, or visit our websites at www.theauctionhouseofdover.com and www.mtroyalauction.com.
York Country Day School is an independent college preparatory school. It inspires and nurtures the innovative and creative spirit of students as they pursue their intellectual promise. At York Country Day School, students are known and valued, which allows them to engage as compassionate, bold, and active citizens as they identify a purpose outside of themselves and generate the call to better the world. York Country Day School is currently enrolling students beginning at age 2 years, 7 months through grade 12. We invite you to visit for a day and stay for the education of a lifetime. For more information, visit www.ycds.org.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
And the Skeeters tonight opening up this 3-game weekend series. Robert Carson against James Russell. We take a look briefly at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard on tonight's pregame. And Lancaster hosting Long Island tonight. That's a 7 p.m. first pitch, half an hour later than us. Southern Maryland is at Somerset. They'll be getting started at 7:05, and the Road Warriors are at New Britain. A 6:35 start. The standings entering play tonight in the Freedom Division. It is Lancaster 32-17, but the Skeeters are within 1.5 games of first. Revs are 7 back, Southern Maryland 12.5 back. Over in the Liberty Division, it's been a good couple of nights for Somerset. They've won back-to-back. Long Island has lost 3 straight. And Somerset at 29-20 has now opened up a 3.5 game lead. New Britain is 6 back, and the Road Warriors 17.5 behind the pace entering play this evening. That's our pregame York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. We'll take a timeout. We'll check in with Mace. The Broadway Transmission Manager's Report is coming up next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
We solemnly swear we're up to no good, and we want all the wizards and witches to join us. It's Harry Potter Night, Friday, June 29th at People's Bank Park. Get points for your house in a costume contest or take part in the end-of-term feast. Plus, enter to win tickets to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway. With movie clips, your favorite characters, and more, it'll be more fun than you can put in the room of requirement. Harry Potter Night, Friday, June 29th. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, may as well settle for 3 out of 4 against the Road Warriors, get a series win to start this homestand, but they avoid the sweep last night, and a lot of base hits for them. From where you were watching, was it as simple as the ball being up in the zone a little bit more than it had been previous nights?
I think it was that and a combination of just Joe, for whatever reason, last night he really didn't have command of any of his other pitches, maybe other than the fastball, and he was leaving everything up in the zone. The fastball, some of the off-speed pitches that he threw, they were up in the zone, and then the other ones were like balls out of his hand. So, he's been really, really good with a lot of his starts that he's given us so far. But, last night was just one of those where, we talk about if you get out there 10 times, you usually have 2 great ones and 2 bad ones, and the other ones are kind of, you can work through them. But last night, I think, happened to be one of the 2 bad ones for him.
Well, after Joe, you got your first look at Watts. He did get charged with a run, but what do you think of the way he threw the ball?
No, I thought he was okay. That was his first time out there. He's a young guy, 22, 23 years old. I thought overall he threw the ball okay. Not only with him, but, with Joe too, and Ricky even in the 9th inning. We got punished when we had 2 strikes on hitters a lot yesterday, and I think we just didn't execute good enough in those situations. But I like that he was able to get ahead of the hitters. Watts was, and he does have good movement on the ball. So, they did get a run, but he did make a couple mistakes. He hung some pitches there with 2 strikes, and to their credit, they did hit him.
Then Treese after that, he did a nice job, and then Peguero gave you 2 innings, which was a bounce back from really his only rough outing on Sunday. How important has he been for your bullpen coming in really consistent most of the time?
No, he's been a good pickup for us. He had one blip on the radar over the weekend in Southern Maryland, but other than that, he's been real dependable, and he's kept the ball down in the zone mostly, and he's able to give us multiple innings out of the pen. So that's a value. You need that, and especially right now with as many changes as we had to make to this starting rotation, and and now we're asking some relievers to give us more than 1 inning on occasion, because the guys that are jumping into the starting rotation, they're not built up to go 6-7 innings yet. So we're going to be in our bullpen probably earlier than we want on several nights, and when you do that, you got to have some guys that can give you multiple innings.
last night you did get Den out of there. I think maybe 7th inning, got Nick King in to make his debut. I know Ryan's been sore, but was that just, down 5, give Nick a chance to get in?
Yeah, it was. I think Dent's second at bat might have been in the 5th inning or something like that. So I think I put King in right after Ryan had that second at bat. And I mean it was a combination of he's been a little bit sore had a little hip flexor thing going on and some lower back strain. So it was like 6-1 game. We bring Nick in. We want to see him play. So I thought it was a good opportunity to get him in there. He only had one ball he had to field. He did a great job with that. And, even though he struck out his first at bat, I thought he had some pretty good swings on it. And his second at bat, I think he flew out to center field. So, he's a young guy too, but it was good to get him in there and at least see how he could handle the game situation.
One change tonight, you've got Cruz back in there behind the plate. Clark's caught for almost a week straight, really. And how has he handled that enhanced workload here recently?
Well, I mean, Tyler's been really good behind the plate. I mean, in Southern Maryland, he had to do a night game and then the day game following. He had to do that. Then he's been behind the dish all 4 games with the Road Warriors. So, it was time to get Lou in there, let him catch and get some at bats and get Tyler out of there for a day or two and let him get his body back. We've had some long games too, and he's been back here a lot, so we need to use them both. So I'm gonna put Cruz in there tonight.
And Robert Carson steps back into the rotation. What's your expectation for him since he has made 1 start already?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, you really can't expect a guy to go out there and throw 5-6 innings when he hasn't been in the rotation on a regular basis. So, if he can be efficient and and get us through 4 and maybe into the 5th inning based on a pitch count where somewhere between maybe 50 and 60 pitches somewhere in there. If we can use those pitches effectively and get some double plays if they have some guys on base, I mean, it would be good to see him get us through 4 into 5, but I think anything more than 4 would be really good.
Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason. He is exchanging lineup cards with Pete Incaviglia as we speak. The managers were out there shaking hands. The umpires were still walking down the line. It is a 6:30 start tonight after all, but it won't be now. Lineups are brought to you by Flying Feet. For Sugarland tonight, they have Derek Norris, the catcher, leading off. Alvaro Rondon at shortstop hitting second. Matt Chavez, the first baseman, is batting third. Cleanup hitter is Albert Cordero, who is still listed as a catcher, but he will play third base. We've seen him there quite a bit here this season and last year at times. Dennis Phipps is the DH batting fifth. Kyle Kubica in right field will hit sixth. Courtney Hawkins in left field bats seventh. He got off to such a hot start from a power hitting standpoint this year. Hasn't had quite as good of a month of June, and batting seventh in their order tonight. Javier Betancourt at second base will hit eighth, and Anthony Jansanti in center field is batting ninth. Again, it's Norris, Rondon, Chavez, Cordero, Phipps, Kubica, Hawkins, Betancourt, and Jansanti for the Skeeters. That lineup facing Robert Carson. For the Revs tonight, they will have Travis Witherspoon in center field leading off. Alexi Casilla at second base, batting second. Wellington Dotel in left field hits third. Malky Mesa, the DH, he will hit cleanup. Jared Mitchell in right field bats fifth. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Jose Cuevas. Michael Burgess at first base will hit seventh. Ryan Dent, the shortstop, hitting eighth. And Luis Cruz will do the catching and bat ninth. Again, Witherspoon, Casilla, Dotel, Mesa, Mitchell, Cuevas, Burgess, Dent, and Cruz for the Revs here this evening. They will be facing left-hander James Russell. Our weather tonight brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. It is 71 degrees here at game time, and there is very light sprinkles still coming down. It was spitting a little bit heavier just a couple of minutes ago, but now just a light drizzle. But Michael, it's ironic. Tonight is summer kickoff night at People's Bank Park.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to work out when we want to do a promotion that features, nice weather, or really could use nice weather, or even just a weekend game with nice weather here at People's Bank Park. We have not had good luck with that, but it looks like things are going to hold up for the most part tonight. Now, I haven't seen any radar, and even if I did, I wouldn't know how to read it. But I think we'll be good. I got good vibes for tonight.
Well, these last couple of showers were kind of surprises based on what the radar was indicating, and unfortunately, again, this is going to keep some folks away. Last night, great weather, had a huge walk-up crowd last night for a Thursday night, and here at the beginning of this weekend, not so hot, but it should not prevent us from getting this game in. And these two teams will meet 6 times in the next 14 days. So if there was any issue, Skeeters do come back actually for the final series of the first half, which includes July 4th, York. Revs have taken the field for tonight's game. We will listen in tonight on our national anthem here at People's Bank Park as we get the evening started.
Fans, please rise, remove all cover, and welcome Christiana Lipsitz for the performance of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Christiana Lipsitz with our national anthem tonight, reaching a key that would never be dreamt of in this booth. Very well done. As the Revs have taken the field here tonight, Robert Carson will begin his warm-ups on the game mound. Carson 3-2, coming in at 2.10 ERA, 17 outings, 1 start. And actually does have a save, which he picked up on opening night. 30 innings, 30 hits, 12 walks, 27 strikeouts. Opponents have hit 273. And he is 1-0 against Sugar Land. One of his 3 wins came against the Skeeters with an inning in the third in relief in Texas when the team was there on June 1st. And Michael, doesn't matter the role, Robert, every time he comes into a game, you feel good about what he's about to do, and he's certainly impressed in his first start a couple of weeks ago.
Rob's been a big weapon for this team this year. Maybe the most versatile arm out of the bullpen. I mean, Joe Van Meter's been able to go right into the rotation and stick in the rotation, which has been huge. But Rob, you can use him in basically any situation, and makes us comfortable doing that. Lefties have hit much worse than him against right-handers. Right-handers hitting over 300, but he can get both sides of the plate guys out and going behind him tonight. You got to have all the confidence in the world because of that last start when he went 5 strong innings.
Well, we will start this game in a light rain tonight as Derek Norris makes his way to the plate. Skeeters are in their black, blue, and white striped jerseys. If you remember the Revs' old Houston Astros retro style with gold and blue and white from a few years back. Revs are in their alternate navy tonight with the gold and white mixed in. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch. It is just inside. We are underway, 6:36. Our start time tonight. Norris hitting at 227, but he is tied for the league lead in walks. The 1-0 and a fastball. There's a called strike from Carson at 91. Our plate ump tonight is J.B. Torres, Fred DeJesus at first, Warren Nicholson is at third base. On the 1-1 and a swing and a fly ball right field. Mitchell coming in toward the line and still on the move. He'll get there. Mitchell jogging in shallow right and handles that lazy fly ball to begin the evening.
Good start for Rob right there, getting a fly ball. Ball probably won't carry too well with the weather tonight. And Jared just making an easy grab coming on in on that.
I'll bring up Alvaro Rondon, left-hand hitter, batting at 291, but in the month of June, 345. Carson the pitch, shows a bunt, and it misses high. Rondon had the game-winning hit in the 7th inning of their win at Long Island on Wednesday night. Last time they played, they were off yesterday. 1-0, and it's a called strike, outside corner. Rondon 4 for 10 against York. He was a tough out in that series in Texas, which began the month of June. Carson delivers, and a breaking ball floats high. Revs won the travel day game down there 3-2. Joe Van Meter's first start, but they lost the next 2. Well, now the pitch. Shows bunt, and it's a fastball strike on the outer edge. 2-2. Rondon has a couple of words on that one. Skeeters 11-8 in June. Only New Britain has been better, 12-8. Carson the 2-2. And a swing and a foul tip squeeze. Fastball strikes him out. And Carson goes 2 up, 2 down to start his night.
Good to see the strikeout pitch working early. A good fastball there. He challenges Rondon. And that's something that Rob can really do against lefties because he works so well against them. And he can challenge them with any pitch.
Now they are going to challenge the league's 5th leading hitter is the K-Man tonight. Matt Chavez, he's hitting .339. He homered in their win on Wednesday. First pitch, swings and fouls it back toward the upper deck and back down into the front row right next to Joe Dahl, who had no clue and didn't seem to care. He's right next to him. He is busy taking pictures. The youngster a couple of rows behind him ends up with that one. There's the 0-1 and a swing and a foul over the roof, first base side. Now Carson quickly on top. Chavez 3 home runs, 30 driven in. Tied for second in the league with 13 doubles. Has the second most total hits. He went 4 for 10 against the Revs in the first series. Carson ahead of him, 0-2. It's a comebacker. Carson's got it. Gloves it shoulder high. He'll jog toward first and toss off to Burgess. And a 1-2-3 top of the first inning for Robert Carson to begin the night. We've played a half. It's the Skeeters 0 and the Revs coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
One, two, three. First inning for Robert Carson to begin the night. Revs come to bat against lefty James Russell, who's been excellent. Tonight, his 6th appearance, his 4th start. He's 1-1 with a 1.59 ERA, 17 innings, just 11 hits and 3 runs. 3 walks, 15 strikeouts. Opponents hitting only 190. They faced the Revs in 1 appearance in Texas with 2 scoreless innings. Travis Witherspoon will start it off. First pitch is in for a strike. Witherspoon leading off again tonight. He's up to 274. 7 for 14 on this homestand. Another 3-hit game last night. There's the 0-1 and a breaking ball in tight. His last 12 games hitting .386. The Witherspoon, Casilla, and Dotel at the top. The 1-1. And a ground ball rolled over to third. Cordero's got it, and he will toss it across carefully with the wet grass, but it gets there. Matt Chavez, the first baseman, had to take a drop step into foul territory and ready himself to leap. It came out of the hand high, but made it there.
Yeah, a little bit too nonchalant there over at the bag from Cordero, but got the job done.
And now Alexi Casilla is hitting at .305, 5 for 11 on this homestand. That ball will be tossed away, a little too wet after rolling through the grass. I'm sure we'll have that a lot on ground balls tonight. First pitch, he swings and fouls it against the screen, strike 1. Russell, a big league vet. Been a reliever throughout his major league career, but the Skeeters starting him. This is the 0-1. And a ground ball slapped the other way. Chavez, a backhand grab, though. Turns and flips to Russell covering. And Casilla hit it sharply into the wet grass, but Chavez there on the backhand reach, 2 away.
That's a good job by Alexi to take that one the other way and hit it hard the other way, but Chavez, a nice play there, going with the backhand. And with the weather today, you know, the infield a little bit wet. That's probably going to kill some ground balls, probably going to slow things down a little bit.
Now here's Dotel with 2 down. Started the year with Sugarland. First pitch taking all the way, and it's low. And he didn't have a whole lot of time there. With the Revs hitting .329. There's the 1-0. And a swing and a tap foul straight back to the net. With Sugarland, he hit just .172, but with York, and that was only in 8 games, with York hitting .329, 5 for 11 against his old team. 1-1 pitch. It is a called strike on the outer half. And he had a 5-game hitting streak snapped last night, only the 6th time in 39 games with York that he hasn't recorded at least 1 hit. Pitch is a backdoor slider, strike 3 called. Russell, known for his slider, and he goes 1-2-3 in the first inning. Placed that one perfectly. Both starters with a 1-2-3 first. At the end of one, no score.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking. That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelera. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from Asics, New Balance, Rika, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes, Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the sportswear specialty store without specialty prices. Flying Feet sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
I'm a chef. Pleasing my patrons' palates is paradise. But lately, when I hear a cheer from the dining room, it's Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Sure, it could be my veggie lasagna, but chances are it's customers picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and you can enjoy it as an appetizer or a main course. Hey, everything tastes better with winning. Keno, it's here. Played at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
No score. We start the second inning here tonight as Albert Cordero will lead things off. Each starter with a 1-2-3 first. First pitch from Carson. It's a fastball strike to begin the second inning. Cordero hitting at .301, 6 home runs, 25 driven in. 4th in the league in total hits. And Carson from the stretch fires. And a swing and a miss. Goes up high with the fastball. Cordero listed as one of their 3 catchers, but he's the most versatile of the 3. Starting at third base tonight, that's where we've seen him most often this year. Now the 0-2, and a swing and a high fly in right. Mitchell right there. He is just waiting on it, and nonchalantly with the glove just tilted up from his right hand, waiting on it, and into the pocket it goes. 1 down.
He was just chilling, waiting for that ball to come down. Maybe moved, 2 feet over.
Yeah. Here's Dennis Phipps, their DH. Phipps hitting at .302, 5 home runs. He's been hot, .333 the last 28. First pitch is a called strike. A little bit of a slow start, but .333 for pretty much the last month. Sugarland is a team, they're tied for 3rd in the league in hitting. It's the 0-1, and that misses high. .265, that's tied with Southern Maryland. 3rd in total runs. And they lead the league with 45 home runs, 3 more than York. Pitch, and a rip foul out in front of it. Hits it off the side wall as it ricochets out into left. O'Tell will come clean up. Skeeters with a league high 18 home runs this month. They also lead the league in doubles and walks. There's the stretch and the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Fastball from Carson explodes through the zone, and he's got his second punch out of the night.
There was some life on that pitch right there. 2 strikeouts already, great to see. And right now he's just running roughshod through the Sugar Land Skeeters lineup.
At 2 down, now left-hand hitting Kyle Kubica to the plate. Kubica starting to get it going. 7 for 21 his last 6. It's only a 246 overall, but is tied for 5th in the league with 7 home runs. First pitch to him, it's a breaking ball called strike. The other thing that Sugar Land leads the league in is pretty much all of the pitching categories. That's been their calling card. Pitch is lined down the line and right. That's a base hit. Fair and toward the corner. Mitchell plays the carom. He'll gun it towards second. Kubica slides in though. His 20th extra base hit of the year. That's top 5 in the league. It's a 2-out double. And the Skeeters have the game's first base runner.
Now you just have to worry about keeping him there, keeping it a 0-0 game. You got a tough hitter in Courtney Hawkins here, a guy who's put 10 homers out this year. And right now you just have to worry about keeping him in the park because of the lefty-righty matchup here. He can easily put one over the arch nemesis.
His first game played here. Pitch from Carson is fouled against the screen. Strike 1 on Hawkins, who got off to a huge start with the power stroke. He's only hit 2 home runs in the month of June, but 10 for the year. He's since been passed by Blake Galen for the league lead. Pitch is a ball just inside. As he flinched back, Carson shaking his head. Hawkins at 229 at the plate. The 10 home runs, 1 behind Galen. 38 RBIs is 8 behind Galen for the top spot. Pitch, and it's down and in. He starts the hands, appeal out towards second, and Fred DeJesus said he didn't go on it. 2 balls and a strike. Scoreless here in the second inning. Carson trying to keep it that way. Runner at second base on the 2-out double by Kubica. And the pitch, swinging a pop fly. Burgess from first, racing toward the stands, and it lands just before he can get there. Down by section 5, and Burgess just hesitated to try to figure out where it was, and it landed between him and some concrete.
You could tell that he was a little uncomfortable going over there. It looked like he stumbled a little bit. I don't know if it was slipping on the grass a bit or the warning track. But, I mean, with the concrete wall down there, that's not worth risking the injury, especially given the injury situation on this team right now.
On the 2-2, and a line drive at third, right to Cuevas. He's got it, softly hit. Humpback liner right to the third baseman to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. Carson threw 2 scoreless. Go to the bottom of the second with the game scoreless.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gaush. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Malky Mesa leading things off. And Russell Wines, his first pitch of the inning is over for a strike. Got Mesa back in last night. Couple knocks, drove in a run. DHing again tonight, hitting at .301. 2 home runs, 12 driven in. There's the pitch. And he bounces it to third base. Charging Cordero. Gloves, throws overhand on the move. And hits his target at first, 1 away. He knew that he had time there with Mesa running, still dealing with that lingering quad issue.
Man, I'd really like to see Melky be playing at 100%, and I don't think at all this year he's played at 100%. I mean, you go back to his season debut where he got hurt, and he only played, I guess, at 100% for 2 innings. The rest of the season, it's been one thing or another, the hamstring, then the quad right after. I mean, if he's at 100%, he might be hitting .330. I mean, he's at 300 right now.
Here's Jared Mitchell, and he looks at a strike.
And, of course, you also have another option in the outfield right now. The Revs do have 5 options, guys they can or 4 in the field. Melky's the 5th, but
there's a foul tip back to the net, 0-2.
But if they could get him out there, he'd be able to shift guys around and, you know, move Mitchell maybe to the DH spot for a game here or there. And, you know, Mace mentioned yesterday how he wants to use that DH as the rotating spot to give a guy a half day off or keep him in the lineup but get him off his feet. But hasn't really been able to do that with Mesa.
There's a swing and a ground ball poked to short as Rondon steps up, gets rid of it, and retires Mitchell by a step at first, 2 away. Russell with all 5 retired, 4 on ground balls to start his night. Well, I asked Mace today if this is the most injury-riddled situation he can remember, and pretty much was. He remembered one stretch in the second half a few years back, but this has been pretty rough. Here's Jose Cuevas as he looks at a fastball for a strike. Cuevas hitting at .211, 2 home runs, 16 driven in. Russell now 32 years old. 7 years in the majors. He fires, and it's up there for a strike, 0-2. A little change up there. Played with the Cubs from 2010 through 14. Dealt to Atlanta, came back to Chicago, also with the Phillies. Now deals, and a swing and a miss. Fastball down in the zone, strikes out Cuevas. And Russell's retired his first 6 through 2 innings tonight. We'll go to the third. Revs and Skeeters scoreless.
This is Doug Sprinkle, sales manager at York Mitsubishi, and I'm here to introduce the biggest nothing you've ever heard of. It's time for Nada Zip Zilch. That's what you pay in finance charges over 72 months with some of our most popular Mitsubishis, like the amazing all-new Eclipse Cross, the 7-passenger Outlander, and the ever-popular Outlander Sport. And to top that off, have a worry-free summer in your new Mitsubishi with no payments for 90 days. Gas prices got you down? Check out the high-tech, best-selling Outlander PHEV plug-in hybrid, rated at an amazing 74 miles per gallon equivalent for the 40-plus mile per gallon Mirage. It's like a go-kart on steroids for only $11,990. Big savings, top dollar for all trade-ins, and we want to approve everyone for credit. That means you too. More stuff for less money and almost twice the warranty of the competition. It's only at York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, York, where Mitsubishi's always cost less. Come check us out at YorkMitsubishi.com.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life.
We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit pseccu.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the third inning, no score here tonight. In the early going, Revs and the Skeeters, first time in York here this year. And the Revs have had, as we wait for the bubble balls to be exited in right field, Revs have had all kinds of problems at home against Sugar Land over the years. Javier Betancourt leads off the third. Here's Carson's first pitch, and it is a fastball for a strike. Revs are just 26 and 35 all time at home against Sugar Land, although last year 7 and 3. Pitch is popped up toward the first base dugout. Burgess a look, but out of room, lands in the second row. Then Karam's back onto the field. 0-2 the count. Logan Williamson pitch chart in one hand as he scouts the Skeeters for his start tomorrow night. Comes out to grab that foul in the other hand. Betancourt hitting at .211, 17 games played, 10 starts. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a fly ball, center field. Witherspoon angled toward right center, now comes in and squeezes. One up, one down. It is 7 o'clock. We'll pause for a station ID.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
No score here in the top of the third tonight. Carson's retired 6 out of 7. Russell's retired all 6. I should say for Carson, 7 out of 8. Here's Jan Santi. He swings, launches one high in the air and shallow left. Den out from short, Dotel in, and hollers to call him off and makes the grab and starts running in. And I guess Dent must have been the one to tell him that's out number 2.
Another good start to an inning for Carson. He's mowing these guys down right now, and he hasn't really had to work hard at all, which is good because on the flip side, James Russell's doing the same to the Revs. They haven't even seen really many pitches at all, less than 10 per inning so far.
Now we go to the top of the order. Derek Norris, who flied to right his first time. Skeeters with the second best start in team history. Pitch from Carson is a called strike. 31-19, 3 games behind their start to the 2013 season when they won a team record 95 games, 95-45. It's the 0-1 and a swing and a miss on a cutter down low, 0-2. Of course, that year they made their first playoff appearance but got swept by Somerset. Made the championship series the following year but got swept. There's the 0-2, and it misses in the dirt right over Norris's shoe tops. 2 years later, though, they unfortunately dispatched the Revs by doing the sweeping in the division series, and then did the same to Long Island and won their first championship. The Revs obviously back on the pedestal last year. It was the 1-2, and that misses upstairs. So a matchup of the last 2 Atlantic League champions here in this series. Carson in his first start, 5 innings and 3 runs, only 1 earned. Off to a good start again tonight. The 2-2. Breaking ball sailed in tight, close to Norris, who flinched back. It'll be a full count. We saw Norris have to leave a game when the Revs were in Texas, a foul tip off his toe, but hasn't really missed hardly any time Matter of fact, he's played in all but 3 of their games. The pitch, and he lines it center field. Witherspoon hustling in, but down in front of him. And Norris with a 2-out single. Spoon had him favored the other way slightly, and Norris hit it to the pull side ever so slightly. Skeeters with their second hit.
And that's basically the difference there. Spoon's a little bit more over towards straightaway center. He gets there, maybe even running through it, not even having to dive. But that's a good swing from Norris there to stay up the middle.
2-out base runner for Alvaro Rondon, who struck out his first time, and Carson a quick throw to first. Norris back standing. The catcher leading off, and won't really be expected to run. He's got 2 steals. Pitch here is beaten foul over by the bat boy next to the Revs dugout. No balls and a strike.
You really don't see a lot of catchers hitting in the leadoff spot. JT Realmuto's done it a bunch for the Marlins down in Miami the past couple of years, but it's just not something you see a lot, and it's not because catchers can't hit leadoff, you just don't see it.
Now Rondon showing a bunt, and he did bunt through it on a slider. The Skeeters dugout thought he pulled back. It's going to be 0-2 though. JB Torres said that he offered at that.
Well, Pete's fired up over there in the Skeeters dugout.
Yeah, I think it was the 2nd or 3rd inning in the first series where he was fired up early. There's the 0-2, and a breaking ball just missed outside. A slider from Carson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Fastball got him right in under the hands. And Carson with his 3rd strikeout of the night. A 2-out single given up to Norris, but that's it. And we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Revs and Skeeters still scoreless.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
We solemnly swear we're up to no good, and we want all the wizards and witches to join us. It's Harry Potter Night, Friday, June 29th at People's Bank Park. Get points for your house in a costume contest or take part in the end-of-term feast. Plus, enter to win tickets to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway. With movie clips, your favorite characters, and more, it'll be more fun than you can put in the room of requirement. Harry Potter Night, Friday, June 29th. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Light rain coming down yet again. Michael Burgess Sr. will lead things off. James Russell's retired each of the first 6 that he's faced here tonight. Burgess, Dent, and Cruz do this inning. Skeeters with 2 hits, but Carson's allowed nothing else as Burgess swings and misses. First pitch slider from Russell, who relying on that is really his primary pitch. Comes the 0-1, and that misses in the dirt. Burgess at 194 coming in, 7 home runs. And just 132 against lefties. Skeeters 2 lefties scheduled this series. The 1-1, and that tails inside. Russell was drafted all the way back in 2004 out of high school, but he stayed in college, eventually signed after being taken by the Cubs in the 14th round in 07. He fires, and a liner up the middle, base hit for Burgess. Couple steps over toward right center where he finds the opening. He's a leadoff base runner. So much for those struggles against lefties. He's got the Revs' first hit.
Yeah, forget the numbers. Throw them out. Throw them out. But that's a good job by Mike there. He really stayed on that pitch, kept both his hands and his weight back. And even though he hit that more towards the end of the bat, it wasn't square on the barrel. He's able to send it right back up the middle because he stayed in, kept the front shoulder tucked.
And now Ryan Dent. Both Sugarland base runners had come on 2 out hits. Revs with the first leadoff man on of the night. Pitch to Dent is down low. Hitting at 240, 6 home runs, 17 driven in. A stretch from Russell. And the 1-0, swinging a ground ball, foul. Down past Polo at third just a little early, hit it fairly sharply. Russell last time out, 6 scoreless, just 2 hits allowed. No decision against the Road Warriors. Start before that, 4 scoreless. So now including tonight, last 3 outings, 12 scoreless innings. A 1-1, and it's a called strike, a changeup over. Revs dugout thought that was high. They are letting JB Torres hear it. 1-2 the count on Dent. Burgess a short lead. Here's the stretch. And Russell home. And that missed off the plate away. 2-2.
It might have only taken that Burgess hit to get Russell out of his rhythm. He's had to throw almost as many pitches this inning as it seems like he did in the first 2 combined. Now Dent seeing a few.
Now the 2-2 and a swing and a miss. Got him on, I believe, a changeup. And that's the 3rd strikeout of the night for Russell, 1 away. He's not going to overpower you.
No, and he's really not going to strike a ton of guys out, 15 through 17 innings, less than 1 per inning. But that's just a really good pitch down in the zone. And if you can keep a pitch down in the zone, you know it's probably not going to get hit out of the park or really hit that hard. And especially when one's diving down like that, it's tough to even get the bat on.
Well, now Luis Cruz to the plate. 1 on with 1 out here in the 3rd, no score. And the first pitch to Cruz, a curveball that bends low. A lot of sliders from Russell with just enough movement. And that time the big curve. Russell at home had allowed no runs coming in, but on the road, all 3 of his runs he deals. And there's a fastball strike, outside corner. Now, only 76 career starts out of 535 appearances coming in. Did make 9 starts last year in the American Association. He deals. And a swing and a high fly in center, right center field. Jan Santi is over. The center fielder waiting on it. He puts it away. And that's out number 2.
Texas Air Hogs in the American Association. That's where Blue Crabs manager James Frisbee used to manage.
Pete Incaviglia over from that league a couple of years ago as well. With Laredo. And now back to the top of the order, Travis Witherspoon. No score here in the 3rd. Now the first pitch to Witherspoon, fastball for a strike. Witherspoon a ground out to third base, his first at bat. Last year, the big league veteran Russell, 3-1, 2.79 ERA in that league. Now they set up way in. The pitch, it is right there where Norris was set. Strike called, 0-2.
A couple times over the last week or so that opposing pitchers have tried to go in on Spoon, and he's fought it off and gone to right field for a bloop hit. That's something that's becoming part of his game, being able to get his hands out enough to make contact on those inside pitches.
Pitch to him, swinging a line drive the other way, base hit right field, slices it down in front of Kubica coming in as he plays it on a hop. And the Revs with 2 hits in the inning. Burgess up to second, 2 men on for Alexi Casilla.
I think it's safe to say Spoon is on fire. There was a stretch a couple weeks ago where he hit and it had a really solid series, but then after that came back down to earth a bit, but now he's just hot. I mean, you look at 389 over the team's last 10. He's been a constant, and that's the reason why Mark Mason's continue to put him at the top of the lineup.
2 on for Alexi, who grounded out to first his first time. Russell to the plate, and swinging a high chop at third. Cordero way to his left, had to wait for it to come down, and guns it to second ahead of Witherspoon's slide. That'll end the inning as Casilla hit a high bounce. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left, and a fielder's choice sends us to the 4th. Michael with the play-by-play. The Revs and the Skeeters scoreless.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
No score, top of the 4th. Revs and Skeeters in game 1 of a 3-game set. Robert Carson back out on the mound. He starts Matt Chavez out with a breaking ball that Chavez fouls down the third base line. Quickly 0-1 on one of the hottest hitters in the Atlantic League right now. Chavez came in at .339. 3 homers, 30 driven in. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded back to Carson on a nice play by Rob in the first inning. That ended the first. A 1-2-3 first for Rob. Allowed a double with 2 outs in the second, but that was it. Now this one's out to deep right center field. Mitchell and Spoon giving chase. Long run for Mitchell, and he makes the grab on the warning track. A nice play by Jared Mitchell. Athletic as they come out in right center, and Mitchell makes a heck of a grab for out number 1. Just a deep fly out, and it'll go down as just an out in the scorebook like anything else, and Chavez is 0 for 2. Thought for a second that thing had a chance to at least hit the wall or then maybe even get out. Ball carries to right center at Peoples Bank Park, but Jared Mitchell had a beat on it, and like a wide receiver, caught it in stride. Now with 1 down and no one on, here's Albert Cordero, the third baseman. 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. Carson allowed a 2-out hit in the third. Just the second hit he's allowed. Now he throws a ball high and away. 1-0 the count on Cordero. So just 2 hits allowed by Rob in the game. Each team has 2 hits. The Revs got 2 in the 3rd inning against Russell. Singles from Spoon and Burgess did not score. Now the 1-0. Popped up in on the hands, right side. Second baseman Alexi Casilla out in right field. He makes the grab about 3 feet into right center. 2 up, 2 down for Rob here in the 4th. Fly out and a pop out. Rob's gotten a steady diet of flyouts tonight. 6 outs via either the pop out or the fly out. He also had a humpback liner that Cuevas caught at 3rd. There's 7 outs via the air. Now with 2 down, here's the right-handed hitting DH, Dennis Phipps. First pitch from Carson, sent into left center field off the end of the bat, so it will not get deep into the gap. Spoon cuts it off in left center, throws off balance back into Dent to get it in quickly, holding Phipps to a single. He's now 1 for 2 on the night. 3rd straight inning that the Skeeters have managed a 2-out hit against Carson, but in each of the last 2, he's limited to just that and gotten the next batter out. Here's Kyle Kubica. He's in right tonight. Kubica, the batting average below 250, came in at 246, but he's put 10 out of the park this year. He's driven in 30. Go up and down this Skeeters lineup. Everybody has at least has at least 5 homers or at least 20-some RBI. Phipps dancing off first. He'll get back standing. Carson a move over to keep him close. With 2 outs, his defense will play back. Cuevas, the third baseman, about a step behind the third base bag. He's in a little bit. First pitch to Kubica, fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 the count on Kyle. 2 outs in the inning, man on first. No score in the top of the 4th in the opening game of this 3-game series. 2nd series meeting of the season between the Revs and Skeeters. First here in York. Now Rob checks first. Phipps takes off. The pitch outside. The throw down from Cruz. Tag from Dent in time. Luis Cruz chucks down Dennis Phipps to end the inning. And Robert Carson faces the minimum in the 4th. A heck of a throw from Luis Cruz. Maybe an even better tag from Ryan Dent. But Robert Carson gets through the 4th unscathed. After 3.5, still no score between the Revs and Skeeters. Revs coming to bat next.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score, bottom of inning number 4. Michael Marcantonini with you on the broadcast. It's the Revs and Skeeters in game 1 of a 3-game series. Wellington Dotel swings at the first pitch of the inning and chops it foul down the third baseline. 0-1 the count. James Russell, the left-handed starter for the Skeeters, has been excellent through 3 innings. He's given up just 2 hits. Needed just 17 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. 15 of those were strikes. Revs got 2 hits, though, in the third, but did not score. Now Dotel chops the 0-1 pitch foul off his foot. It's 0-2. 5 combined hits in the game. Sugar Land 3 of them, the Revs the other 2. As Dotel looks to be a spark here in the 4th. No score in the game. And the 0-2 from Russell. Fastball right down the middle, and Dotel knew it. Didn't even get the call from the home plate umpire, J.B. Torres, and Dotel was already headed back to the dugout. Just frozen on the 0-2 pitch there from Russell. Had to be expecting a breaking ball because that was heat pretty much right down the chute. Dotel just watched it in. So he has now been a strikeout victim twice tonight, both times looking. Now Melky Mesa, the DH. Mesa's been hot over the team's last 10. Hasn't played in all 10 as he shoots one out to right center field. Giving chase is the right fielder, Kubica. He won't get there. It 2 hops the base of the wall. Kubica finally picks it up in the gap. Mesa pulls into second with a stand-up double. Melky claps his hands, points to the sky. Excited after the leadoff double, and the Revs are in business with 1 out here in the 4th. Literally just got done saying Melky's been hot, but that lingering quad issues kept him out of a few of the Revs' recent games. He played last night, sat out the 2 nights before that, was in the lineup the night before that. So Melky continues to rake, hitting .381 over the team's last 10 coming in. He was 8 for his last 21 coming in, make it 9 for his last 23 now. He's the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 4th out at second. Still no score. Here's Jared Mitchell. First pitch to Mitchell, laced foul off the LED board behind the Skeeters dugout in foul territory, and it ricocheted back into their dugout. The count quickly 0-1 on Mitchell. Jared had the game-winning RBI single in Game 3 of the series against the Road Warriors 2 nights ago. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Scuffling over the team's last 10, hitting just 120 in that stretch, 3 for 25. The 0-1 to Jared, swing and miss, changeup low and inside. It's 1-2. But I mentioned the game-winning hit the other night. That was one of those 3 hits in this rough patch for Jared. He's at .259 on the year with 4 homers and 18 RBI. We'll see if he can make it 19 with Melky Mesa out at second and 1 down. Mesa doubled with 1 out after Dotel struck out looking. Russell comes set, a check on second. Mesa a decent lead, the pitch. Mitch takes low and away. It's 1-2. 1 down in the inning, no score, bottom 4. Revs and Skeeters playing a few important games this weekend for the Atlantic League standings and the first half standings in the Freedom Division. Sugar Land in second place in the division behind Lancaster. They're just a game and a half back. The Revs 7 back of first, 5.5 back of second, chasing Sugar Land. The 1-2 to Mitchell, low and away. It's 2-2. Sugar Land comes in having won their last 2 games. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Revs, meanwhile, won the first 3 of their 4-game series against the Road Warriors, but dropped the finale last night 8-3. They're 5-5 over their last 10. 2-2 the count on Mitchell, left on left. Russell looks at second. He's set on the mound. Leg kick and the pitch. Slider misses off the plate, and the count's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Mitchell with 1 out. Mesa's still at second base. The quad is still bothering him a bit, enough that he can hit and run the bases, but is not in good enough shape to play outfield defense yet. We'll see what it takes to score him from second. The full count pitch to Mitchell. Check swing, they'll appeal down to third. No swing, says third base umpire Warren Nicholson, and Mitchell works a walk. Such a patient approach from Jared as he finds his way on base again without getting a hit. Mitchell now with 31 walks on the season. That leads the team. He has almost double the walks that the next closest players have. 17 is the next highest total on the Revs. Michael Burgess with 17. Zach Wilson also with 17, but Mitchell now leading the team with 31. He's now tied for first in the league in walks with Derek Norris and Blake Galen. Now the first pitch to Jose Cuevas is a breaking ball that misses a little bit low. 1-0. Oh, actually, it caught the strike zone. 0-1. 1 out in the inning. Runners at first and second. Mesa out at second. Mitchell at first. Cuevas an RBI opportunity in a tie game. No score, bottom 4. The pitch from Russell. Popped up right side of the field into shallow right field. Kyle Kubica coming on. He'll make the grab, calling off Betancourt, the second baseman. And James Russell gets out number 2 with neither runner moving up. And now 2 down and 2 on for Burgess. So a harmless fly out for Cuevas. He's now 0 for 2. Here's Burgess. He's singled up the middle to lead off the third against Russell. Stayed on a breaking pitch, kept it up the middle of the diamond. See what he can do here, left on left. First and second with 2 down in the inning, no score. Burgess swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Good rip there from Burgess, but he comes up empty. Darryl mentioned earlier the Major League history for James Russell. Pitched parts of 7 years in the big leagues. Was originally drafted out of high school by the Seattle Mariners. Then again after his first year at junior college, again by the Mariners, but then finally again in 2007 by the Cubs when he signed that season. Now Burgess launches one out to deep right center field, and that ball is not coming back. Michael Burgess, a towering shot out to right center. He gets a hanger from Russell, and he puts the Revs up 3-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. His team-leading 8th home run of the season as Burgess trots around the bases. He got a pitch up in the zone, and he made Russell pay. And there goes the cannon. 3-0 Revs here in the bottom of the 4th. All 3 come with 2 outs on the home run. It's the second hit of the inning for the Revs, and for Burgess, like I said, 8 homers now on the season, give him 22 RBI. He had 1 home run in the series against the Road Warriors, so he's now homered in back-to-back series. And that's a big charge into that one that Burgess put out. And the Revs get 3 on 1 swing. Now 4 hits in the game for him. Here's Ryan Dent. First pitch he sees is a fastball over for a strike. Michael Burgess, a shot to right center, and no doubt about it off the bat. It had some pretty good height. And the 0-1, Dent sends out to short, slowly hit ground ball out to Rondon, throw over to first in time, and the inning is over. But the Revs get 3 runs. They do it on 1 swing. A Michael Burgess 3-run homer out to right center field here at Peoples Bank Park. And the Revs have a 3-0 lead after 4. We'll go to the top of the 5th next here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Three 3-0 Revs, top of inning number 5 from Peoples Bank Park in downtown York. It's a rainy and cool night, but nothing was stopping Michael Burgess on the pitch he saw from James Russell with 2 outs and 2 on in the bottom of the 4th. Smashed it out to right center field over the wall for his team-leading 8th homer of the season, and he gives Robert Carson 3 runs of support to work with here in the top of the 5th. He's fired 4 scoreless so far. Now he goes back to work left on left with the leadoff man in the inning, Kyle Kubica. There's a strike on the outer half. It's 0-1. Kubica was left at the plate in the top of the 4th when Luis Cruz threw out Dennis Phipps trying to steal second base. Now the 0-1 pitch to Kubica. Breaking ball a little bit off the plate there. And it evens the count at 1. That was a great throw from Cruz. Maybe an even better tag from Ryan Dent out at second. A sweep tag on a high throw. Still a good throw from Cruz. It was on the bag. And that's how the top of the 4th ended. Now a fastball in the outer half. Carson gets it over. A 1-2 count now. Kubica, tall, lanky guy. A patient approach right now from the right fielder. The runner Cruz threw out last inning, Phipps, that was Cruz's 7th runner thrown out this year. 7 for 36 in that department. He's thrown out nearly 20% of base runners. And the 1-2 pitch, fastball, swing and a miss up in the zone. Robert Carson, another punch out. And there's one quick out here in the 5th. Kubica chased a high fastball. It might have been in the strike zone anyway, as he'll ask the home plate umpire, J.B. Torres, if it would have been. Now he'll head back to the dugout. 1 up, 1 down for Rob. Here's Courtney Hawkins, the left fielder. Strikeout number 4 for Carson. He struck out 1 in 4 of the 5 innings so far tonight. Now here's the right-handed hitting outfielder, Courtney Hawkins. .229 with 10 homers and 38 runs batted in on the season. He fouls one out of play down the right field line. Courtney was a huge prospect coming out of high school. Originally committed to play collegiately at the University of Texas for the great Augie Garrido, but was a first-round pick of the White Sox that season and elected to sign. He went 13th overall as he shoots a humpback liner out to short. Ryan Dent makes the grab, and Hawkins has now shot a humpback liner out to the left side both times. The first time up went to Cuevas. This time Dent, he's 0 for 2. 2 up, 2 down for Carson. And here's Javier Betancourt. I mentioned Hawkins was the 13th overall pick that year by the White Sox, so did not go to college. Signed and reached only the AA level with the White Sox in their system, but is having a good campaign here in the Atlantic League. Now the first pitch to Javier Betancourt's over for a strike. 78 mile an hour on the slider, 0-1. 3-0 Revs lead, top of the 5th. Michael Burgess, a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 4th. That's the difference right now. That came with 2 outs. A big boost for this Revs offense. The 0-1 to Betancourt, slider laced foul down the third base line. It'll ricochet back into the field of play. Wellington Dotel coming on from left field to go pick it up. Robert Carson looking to get through the 5th. It would be the 2nd time he's done that in as many starts this year. 3-2 with a 2.10 ERA coming in. Made 1 start a couple weeks ago as this one's fouled off. Started on June 10th against Long Island. It was June 9th against Long Island. Took a no decision in that one. 5 innings, 3 runs, only 1 earned. 3 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Threw 70 pitches, 50 of them for strikes in that outing, and was really good. The 0-2 pitch misses inside. It's 1-2. And in that game, Rob was making a spot start because Zach Groats, who was supposed to start that day, had his contract purchased by the New York Mets organization. So Carson was pressed into duty, and he was great doing it. And the 1-2 pitch. Popped it up, middle of the diamond, behind home plate. Cruz giving chase. The mask is off, but he'll run out of room. That gets into the seats behind the home plate netting. And the count remains 1-2. So this is start number 2 for Rob. He's made 16 appearances out of the bullpen. He's worked a total of 30 innings this year. He has 1 save. That came in a 2-inning, 6-out save on opening night. He's given up just 10 runs, only 7 earned. 27 strikeouts and only 12 walks coming in. He has 4 strikeouts tonight and has yet to walk a batter. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball left field and pretty deep. Wellington Dotel freezes, now backs up a step, makes the grab, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3 inning for Robert Carson. 2nd time he's fired a 1-2-3 frame tonight. and he's through 5 shutout innings. So after 4 1/2, the Revs still lead 3-0. We go to the bottom of the 5th next. We'll see if the Revs can add to that 3-0 lead.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I'm spending that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs have a 3-0 lead on the Sugar Land Skeeters in Game 1 of this 3-game set. Michael Marcantonini with you on the call. A Michael Burgess 3-run homer with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th is the difference right now. 3 runs on 1 swing for the Revs. It was Burgess's 8th home run of the season. James Russell, who gave up the home run in the 4th, is back out for a 5th inning of work. He'll face the bottom of the order, then back to the top for the Revs. 9-1-2, Cruz, Witherspoon, and Casilla. Cruz 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Curveball in for strike 1, Cruz. A slow break there, 72 miles an hour on the floater from Russell. Other than the home run tonight, 3-run homer allowed by Russell, he's been pretty good. The 0-1 to the right-handed hitting Cruz is in for a strike. Fastball top of the strike zone. It's 0-2. Russell time in the big leagues with the Braves, Cubs, Phillies. And the pitch, the 0-2 chop foul down the third base line. And the count remains 0-2. He was involved in a trade during the 2014 season, went from the Cubs to the Braves, along with Emilio Bonifacio, who's playing for the Long Island Ducks this season. Those two were traded to the Braves for Victor Caratini, catcher and first baseman that went to the Cubs. The Braves finished 2nd in the National League East in 2014, but under 500, but they were in the race at one point, and they made deals because of it. Fly ball center field. Freezing out there is Jan Santi. He comes in a couple steps, and he catches the fly ball for out number 1. Cruz is retired. And now back to the top of the order for Witherspoon. So Cruz has flown out twice to center field tonight. And Travis Witherspoon 1 for 2 with a single tonight. He continues to hit. Revs lead at 3-0. Home half of inning number 5. This is a big series for the Revs, a lot riding on it. Pretty much their first half chances hang on this series. Spoon shows bunt but pulls back, taking the pitch low. It's 1-0. 1 out in the inning, no one on. That forced Cordero, the third baseman, to creep up for the Skeeters. Have to respect Spoon's speed. Now the 1-0, not bunting. He takes outside. It's 2-0. In the Revs' 3-run 4th inning, Melky Mesa doubled with 1 out. Then Jared Mitchell walked, also with 1 out. Then with 2 outs, Burgess hit the home run. And boy, was it huge. 2-0 to Spoon, big cut there, and he comes up empty. It's 2-1. Russell had only walked 3 batters coming into tonight. Then walked Mitchell, and he eventually scored. You see what happens with walks. Doesn't matter what part of the inning, they score. As Spoon takes the 2-1 low. It's 3-1. Russell was in the Detroit Tigers system early on this season, signed there as a free agent in late January, but then was released on May 8th. Spoon takes low again. It's a 5-pitch walk to Travis. He's on safely for the second time tonight. He'll take his elbow guard off, give the bat to the bat boy, and head to first. And now with 1 down, here's Alexi Casilla. So 2 walks now in the game for Russell as Casilla comes to the dish. Casilla hitting .306 on the year coming in. 2 home runs, 16 RBI. 3 multi-RBI games for Casilla, including one 2 nights ago in the Revs' 4-1 win over the Road Warriors. Move over to first, pickoff throw in the dirt, but Matt Chavez handles it. Russell wanted to keep Spoon close there. He did his job. Spoon dove back head first. Casilla hitting .238 over the team's last 10. He's scored 5 runs in that span. Only has 5 hits, though, in that span, 5 for 21. Now a look at first and another move back. This time Spoon back to first standing. And Alexi still has yet to see a pitch. One out in the inning. Spoon on first, 3-0 lead for the Revs, bottom 5. Russell looks at first. Now the pitch to the plate, misses low. Derek Norris handles that in the dirt. Both ends of the battery for the Skeeters have significant big league experience. Derek Norris, a lot of years catching for the Oakland Athletics. He was a part of some playoff teams in Oakland. Then traded to the Washington Nationals later in his career. Now Casilla sends the 1-0 out to center field. Jansanti a couple steps back in straightaway center. He makes the grab. Spoon tags from first. Well, now he thought better of it. Went back to first. Tugged just in case he thought he could make it. Then bluffed the attempt to go to second. And then once Jansanti got it in quickly, he decided to stay put over at first. 2 outs in the inning. Both outs have come on fly balls to center. And now here's Wellington Dotel. Dotel 0 for 2 tonight. He struck out looking both times up. 2 of the 4 strikeouts in the game for Russell have come with Dotel at the dish. Man on first is Spoon. Another move over. He dives back. 3-0 lead for the Revs, bottom 5. Neither team scored through the first 3. Then the Revs got on the board on the Burgess homer in the 4th. Robert Carson has fired 5 shutout innings for the Revs in this one. And the first pitch to Dotel, fastball in the outer half. It's 0-1. Had 5 hits, did Dotel in the 3-game series that the Revs and Skeeters played in Sugar Land at the beginning of this month. Looking to stay hot against his former team here. The 0-1 is not a pitch. It's actually another pickoff move over to first as Spoon continues to draw throws from Russell over at the bag. Russell 6'4", 205-pound southpaw, native of Cincinnati, Ohio. 12 years of experience in pro ball. The 0-1 to Dotel misses low and away. It's 1-1. Russell's scoreless streak was at 13 2/3 innings before that Burgess homer. Came in with it at 10 innings. 1-1 to Dotel, big swing and a big miss. It's 1-2. Fastball there, got by him. So it was 10 innings, the scoreless streak for Russell coming in. He then gave up the home run with 2 outs in the 4th. The streak officially spanned 3 starts for Russell. He's coming off a season-high 6 innings. He's looking to get there today as well. Dotel sends this one into the left center field gap for a base hit. Spoon chugging around second. He's headed to third. He's held there by Polo. A 2-out single for Wellington Dotel, his first hit of the night. And he's hit in all but 6 games played with the Revs this season. Was hitless last night, but had hits in 5 straight before that. Maybe starting another streak. Who knows? But the runners are now at the corners for the Revs with 2 down. And their cleanup hitter, Melky Mesa, will come to the dish. Melky doubled on the first pitch he saw his second time up. He went out to right center with it. Scored on the Burgess 3-run homer. And that Dotel single, the shortstop, Rondon, was leaping in the air for it, ranging out to his left, but couldn't come up with it, a little bit too far. To move over to first, Dotel back. Spoon a few steps off the third base bag on that pickoff move to first to see if the ball got away at all. He was going to have a chance to score. Runners at first and third with 2 outs. Revs holding a 3-0 advantage in the bottom of the 5th. Mesa at the dish. Long look to first, and now another move over. And Dotel back quickly. And these pickoff moves from Russell over to first aren't really to pick the guy off. They're more so slow lob throws just to keep the runners close. Dotel another lead, but not far at all. Spoon a short lead off third as well. And the first pitch to Mesa. Chopper to third base, gloved by the third baseman Cordero. He throws to second for the short out, 5-4 on the fielder's choice. And the inning is over. No runs on 1 hit, no errors in the inning, and the Revs leave 2. But they still lead it 3-0 after 5 full. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning, see what Robert Carson can do back out on the mound. Stick with us.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC, 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia, NMLS ID 2925, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, you know, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Revs holding a 3-0 lead. Top of the 6th inning, Robert Carson back to work. He's fired 5 scoreless so far against the second-place team in the Freedom Division and one of the better teams in the Atlantic League as a whole. Carson's kept the Skeeters at bay. Now a bunt shown from the 9-hitter Anthony Jansanti in the center field there, but he pulls back, taking a ball 1-0. That forced Cuevas over at third to charge. 9-1-2 for the Skeeters, Jansanti, Norris, and Rondon. Just 3 hits so far for the Skeeters against Carson. And the pitch. Fly ball right center field. Spoon had it played perfectly out in right center. A few steps in for Travis, and he makes the grab, and Jansanti's retired on 2 pitches. Another fly ball out for Rob. He continues to get outs in the air. Really only one fly ball hit deep, and that looked like it was trouble. And that was the ball that was hit to right center off the bat of Matt Chavez earlier in the game. That was in the 4th inning. Chavez gave it a ride out to right center, but Mitchell made the grab on the run. Now with 1 down, here's Derek Norris, the catcher. And the 1-0 pitch he takes for a strike on the outer half. I mentioned Norris briefly. when I was talking about Russell and him both having Major League experience. Norris played 3 seasons for the Oakland Athletics, was an All-Star in 2014, played in 127 games that year. Takes high and outside, it's 2-1. Then in 2015, he went to the Padres, where he played in 147 games, a career high. Hit .250 that year. His best year, though, was the year he was an All-Star. Had 2 homers and 10 homers and 55 driven in. As he takes outside again, it's 3-1. Hit .270 that year with a .361 on-base percentage in 2014 for the Athletics. The next 2 years, each he hit 14 homers. He takes outside. Well, now it's 3-1. Norris, 63 career home runs, 247 career RBI. He's also stolen 26 bases at the Major League level in 6 years. After 2 years with the Padres, he was traded to the Nationals, but then was released and went to the Rays organization. He sends this one out to left center field. Dotel giving chase on the run in the alley. He won't get there. He cuts it off before it hits the wall, but not before Norris can get to second with a stand-up double. A 1-out, 2-bagger for Derek Norris. His second hit of the night, second hit in as many at-bats. And he's a 1-out base runner for Alvaro Rondon. Norris's first year with the Skeeters has gone well. The average is low, but he's hit 4 homers and driven in 23 runs. He hit 98 doubles at the Major League level, 33 one year, so you know he's got the gap-to-gap pop. He's on second with 1 out. A bunt attempt there from Rondon, but he pulls back on the slider that misses high and away. Oh, it's actually called a strike high and away. It's 0-1. 1 out in the inning, man on second, that's Norris. 3-0 lead for the Revs, top 6. Carson looks out at Norris, now the pitch. Slider sent on the ground, diving stop at second by Casilla. Throws over to first in time. A heck of a play by Alexi. Diving to his left, spinning, still on the ground, threw low to Burgess, but easy enough for him to handle over there. It is a productive out for Rondon, but it's the second out of the inning. So with a man on third and 2 outs, the Revs defense can play back. A nifty play over there by Casilla, who's so sure-handed at the Keystone. Potentially saved her. Now that's not a hard hit ball, but in terms of if he doesn't get to it, that's probably a run, so essentially saving a run there. Now here's the K-man, Matt Chavez, 0 for 2 with a deep fly out his last time up. The first pitch he sees is a slider that misses high, 1-0. Revs looking to keep it a 3-0 lead. Robert Carson looking to get through his 6th scoreless frame. Gave only 1 earned run in his last start, 3 runs total. But was excellent through 5 innings. He's now gone deeper this one. The 1-0 pitch fouled back. 1-1 the count as that one goes into the netting behind home. Norris is on third. He doubled, got to third on the ground out from Rondon. And here's Chavez. Skeeters, a solid offense. They're known for their pitching. Tonight they've gotten good pitching and no offense. That one's chopped foul down the first base line. Inside out swing from Chavez, and the count's 1-2. Chavez is 5th in the Atlantic League in hitting. Only Rico Noel, Jason Rogers, Johnny Bladell, and Vladimir Frias higher. He's actually really 4th because Bladell is no longer in the league. His contract was picked up. So of active players, he's 4th. And the 1-2. Ground ball, hard hit out to short. Dent gobbles it up, though. Long throw across the diamond. Burgess steps on the bag. The throw is off the bag, but Mike gets his foot on there, and the inning is over. So Robert Carson works around a 1-out double. He strands a man at third, and the game is still 3-0 after 5.5. 6 shutout frames for Robert Carson in just his 2nd start of the season. Revs will have a chance to add to their 3-run lead at the plate in the bottom of the 6th. Stick with us.
As you clean it out. Keep in mind, Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland offers a variety of lesson plans for every budget. Owner Carmen Fusco has 38 years of Major League Baseball experience, and our staff is made up entirely of professional instructors, including Carmen Fusco, Sam Knott, TJ Cronenberger, and Lisa Baker. We offer one-on-one private instruction, camps and clinics, and year-round travel ball programs focused on developing the player. We differ from other facilities because we offer professional instruction with Major League Baseball techniques. We also provide free college placement for our athletes. Conveniently located off I-83 between Harrisburg and York, check out Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland and go online to fuscoprobaseball.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Nothing Revs, bottom of the sixth. Jared Mitchell will get things started, and he'll be the first man to face James Russell here in the bottom of the sixth. Russell's allowed just 3 runs on the Burgess homer, and that's it. Curveball that Mitchell takes on the outside corner for strike 1 to start the inning. No balls and 1 strike. 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Revs. No runs on 4 hits, no errors for Sugar Land. But it's the Revs in front by 3. The 0-1 to Mitchell misses low and inside, a changeup there. It's 1-1. Mitchell 0 for 1 with a walk. He scored on the home run from Burgess, which is the difference right now. It was Mike's 8th of the season, and it put the Revs in front. 3 runs on 1 swing of the bat on a fly ball out to right center. It got out in a hurry. Mitchell fouls one away. It's 1-2. Mitchell, Cuevas, and then Burgess again here in the inning. 5, 6, 7. Mike's 2 for 2 with a single and a homer. We'll see what he does his next time up. For now, it's Mitchell at the dish. Left on left. Jared's had some recent success against lefties. Did not start out that way on the year. The 1-2, slider chopped foul, and the count stays 1-2. At one point this season, Mitchell was hitting around 100 against left-handed pitching. That has since gone up for a guy who, when he's hot, he can be the Revs' best player. Hitting 250 against lefties now on the year. That's coming in today. And the 1-2 to Jared, sweeping curveball that misses high. And the count evens up at 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, no outs in the inning. Mitchell, the leadoff hitter here in the frame. Revs a 3-0 lead in game 1 of this 3-game series. Now Russell the pitch. Here it is. Fastball that's poked the other way. The third baseman, Cordero, gobbles it up. Throws way high to first. Mitchell heading for second on the throwing error. The second baseman, Betancourt, picks it up over behind the Revs dugout on the first base line. A throwing error on the third baseman, Cordero. And Mitchell gets to second because of it. So Mitchell has now reached base his last 2 times. This does not count as reaching base safely, though, as Cordero just airmailed that throw. Jared off the end of the bat just poked one out to third. Had to protect with 2 strikes. And Cordero had time to throw to first, but just way over Chavez's head. It got over to the base of the railing, over past the Revs dugout. Mitchell got to second. No outs. Here's Cuevas. Mitchell, a big lead off second. The pitch Fastball misses low. It's 1-0. 3-0 lead for the Revs. We're in the home half of the 6th. Robert Carson's fired 6 shutout frames for York tonight. He's needed just 71 pitches to get through those 6. Now Russell comes set out of the stretch, looks at Mitchell at second. Big lead for him. Now an even bigger secondary. Ground ball out to short. Mitchell picks it up and runs to third. He gets there. Cuevas is thrown out at first. 1 down. But Mitchell had a huge secondary lead out at second. Read that ball really well on the ground. Ground ball was behind him. And he was at third base almost before Rondon fielded the ball. So a very productive out there for Cuevas. Even though he hit it to the left side, he got Mitchell over. And now the infield will come in all the way for Michael Burgess. Burgess 2 for 2 on the night with the single and the home run his last time up. The only runs have been provided in the game by Burgess. Now he chops one right back to Russell. This won't bring in another. 1-3 on the putout as Russell looked Mitchell back to third and threw to first. 1 out or 2 outs here in the inning. So after a productive out from Cuevas, an unproductive out from Burgess, he swung at the first pitch he saw, and you can't blame him. He's seen the ball well tonight, but came up empty there. Here's Ryan Dent, the shortstop. 0 for 2 with a strikeout, swinging and a ground out. See what Dent can do with a man on third and 2 outs. Revs leading 3-0. Russell's first pitch, a breaking ball in the outer half for a strike. It's 0-1. Dent this season hitting just 154 with runners in scoring position. 200 with Rispin, 2 outs. Now the 0-1 pitch. A liner off the glove of the shortstop Rondon into left field, a base hit. Mitchell comes in to score. Was just talking about the weak numbers with runners in scoring position, especially with 2 outs for Dent. But he adds to the hit column with runners in scoring position there. A 2-out RBI single. The shortstop Rondon leaped as high as he could on the humpback liner. It went off the tip of his glove into left. Mitchell scored easily. He was going with 2 outs. And Ryan Dent has an RBI single. It extends the Revs' lead to 4-0. So after 3 in the 4th, 1 here in the 6th, and the Revs aren't done. Here's the 9-hitter, Luis Cruz. Revs have scored all 4 of their runs with 2 outs tonight as Cruz steps in the box with a man on. His first pitch he sees is a fastball that misses on the inner half. It's 1-0. Mitchell has now scored 2 of the 4 runs tonight for the Revs. He reached base on an error, so that run is unearned. Scored with 2 outs. Dent, a short lead off first, being held on by Chavez. Big hole between first and second. The pitch, Cruz late on a fastball there. It's 1-1. Gassed by 86 miles an hour. Might have been looking for... He's getting gassed by 86 too often. 1-1 the count on Cruz, who's making his first start in almost a week. At least behind the plate. And the 1-1. Breaking ball misses high. It's 2-1. Cruz has gotten a few starts at first base. He got 2 starts over at first in Southern Maryland, then 1 in the opening game of the series against the Road Warriors. He's been on the bench the last 3 nights, though. Here's the 2-1 from Russell. Foul it off, and count evens at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ryan Dent on first base. 4-0 lead for the Revs, bottom 6. 4 runs of support for Robert Carson, who, the way he's pitching, may only need 1 tonight. He's given up just 4 hits. The Revs, meanwhile, have 6. Russell looks over at first, and the pitch to Cruz, low and away, ball 3. Good eye from Luis there as he takes. Ryan Dent over at first, really no lead at all. But if Cruz can find a gap here, Dent should be able to score from first. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Luis. Russell comes set, takes the sign from Norris. Looks at first. Leg kick and the pitch. Ryan Dent took off there on 3-2. Was in motion as Cruz fouls it away. So Dent will have to go back to first, but he'll be off again on the pitch with 3-2, 2 outs on the scoreboard. The Revs have added to their lead here in the 6th with 1 run on the Dent 2-out RBI single off the glove of Rondon into left field on a leaping attempt. See if Cruz can help the Mad do it here. Full count pitch coming up from Russell. Look at first. Now the pitch. Fastball low in the zone, called a ball, and a good eye there from Luis. Tough pitch to take, but J.B. Torres did not ring him up. Back to the top of the order, here's Travis Witherspoon. It's been a spark plug for the Revs over the last 2 weeks. He has 3 home runs in his last 10 games, so the power coming around for Travis. Had only 1 before that. So he's rolling. Now runners at first and second with 2 down. First pitch to Spoon, swing and a miss, change up low in the zone, 77 on the gun. It's 0-1. Travis has that sort of swing plane where he tries to get the ball elevated. A line drive hitter. Not a power hitter, but I did mention the 3 homers over his last 10. He's been able to get elevation on a lot of pitches. The 0-1 fouled back. It's 0-2. One thing Travis has done really well over the last 2 weeks or so is seen a lot of pitches. He's worked the count quite a bit. He isn't shy about swinging early in the count, though. An aggressive hitter. Been great in the leadoff spot the last few games. Russell looks at second. Dent's out there. The pitch sent into center field, but Jansanti's right there. A couple steps back. He makes the grab, and the threat is over. The Revs leave 2 in the inning, but they do get 1 on Ryan Dent's 2-out RBI single off the glove of shortstop Rondon into left field. After 6 full innings, it's 4-0 Revs here in Game 1 of this important 3-game series. Darrell Henry taking back over play-by-play in the 7th with the Revs up 4.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sauble's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
The 7th tonight, Revs with a 4-0 lead, and it seems like every time that Mace has sent a guy from the bullpen into the starter's role, the expectation has been exceeded. And Robert Carson just 71 pitches through 6 tonight. He will start the 7th. And Revs do have some bullpen activity as the inning begins. Albert Cordero, the cleanup hitter, will lead things off. Fly out to right, pop up to second tonight. And Carson with the pitch. It is inside. Cordero has to jump and kick the feet out of the way as he kind of jackknifes his way across home plate to avoid that. The middle third of the order. Carson, a 2-out double allowed in the second, a 1-out double allowed in the sixth. He fires, and a swing and a foul back over the roof. The only 2 base runners to advance past first base against him tonight. Norris, the 1-out double last inning. He made it to third base, but was left on there. Carson set, and the pitch. And a rip at third off of Cuevas over to Dent. He'll throw off balance, and it gets by Burgess. Against the steps at the end of the Revs dugout, it stays in play. And Cordero is safe at first, a rocket, and Cuevas is shaking his throwing hand at least once. He's not shaking it over and over. He shook it once, but that one had to sting him. That was a shot on one hop. He just tried to stay square to it, knock it down, and have a chance to make the throw. And that was a bullet. Now it'll be an infield hit with as hard as it was hit. Cordero, a leadoff base runner, and in steps Dennis Phipps. He was 1 for 2 tonight, struck out in the second, singled in the fourth. First pitch, he swings and misses on a slider down from Carson. 4-0 is the lead. That was the 5th hit for the Skeeters. Revs have James Pugliese up in their bullpen. And the 0-1. It is just inside. Tried that slider again. Carson wanted that. It has actually become a rather picturesque evening, even with all of the cloud cover, some different layers, different formations. Rain has stopped. The 1-1 and a foul against the screen. Carson back with the fastball at 91 there. And Phipps a hair late on it. Temperature here has dropped to 69 degrees. I don't know how much action that dunk tank got tonight down the first base side for summer kickoff night, but probably not the temperatures that they envisioned when they planned it. Here's the stretch, the 1-2, and a slider misses down low. That'll even things up.
I can't imagine it got too much action tonight. Now, on a 90-degree night, if that's what we had tonight, I might have been out there. You sure that's not where you were in the middle innings?
Yeah, not tonight. There's the stretch and the 2-2. And a ground ball just foul past third. Now I was chasing some little ones, trying to prevent them from, I don't know, maybe getting kicked out of the stadium based on their behavior.
Well, how'd it go up there tonight? Better than usual?
Typical behavior, but we made it. I made it through my part.
Yeah.
There's the 2-2 again. And a high fly, shallow right center. Witherspoon red now comes in. Mitchell involved as well. Mitchell goes into a dive, and he's got it. A full-out dive, and he made the grab. 1 down in the inning, and it was a towering pop fly. It ended up being a much tougher play than it looked like it would have been. I think Witherspoon started to defer to Mitchell. Maybe he lost sight of it. And Alexi was in the area, but he was going out. So over his shoulder, Mitchell, maybe the longest distance traveled, and he went into a full extension dive to make the grab.
Well, he's the last one that you would have expected to catch that ball out there. It's more towards center field. Even Casilla out at second base had less ground to cover to get there, but Mitchell saves the day coming in the full extension grab.
And now 1 away, 1 on, 1 out. Kubica the hitter. First pitch from Carson, slider. He moved the hands, but evidently stayed back. They will now appeal towards second. Warren Nicholson says no swing. Kubica tonight, a double and a strikeout. Revs a 4-0 lead as we play in the 7th. 1-0. And a line drive slice to left. Otel fakes the catch, backs up and plays it on a hop. A low liner from Kubica the other way. Base hit left field. First and second for Courtney Hawkins. The tying run is now on deck. Javier Betancourt after Hawkins.
First time tonight, Rob's allowed more than one hit in an inning. He's done a good job of scattering the hits that he's allowed. Right now, the two teams tied in hits, but the Revs have been able to score efficiently tonight. The home run obviously helped, but 4 runs on 6 hits. The Skeeters still with a goose egg in that run column.
And here is Hawkins, who's lined to third and lined to short. First pitch, he swings, grounds to third. Cuevas there, throws to second, and Casilla will just have to hold it. Hawkins does run pretty well. First and third with 2 outs. And Cuevas, it was a slowly developing ground ball. Had to wait back a little bit, then throw. And the throw pulled Alexi to the front of the bag by a step. Good decision to hang on to it. First and third, 2 down. They'll go after Betancourt.
You know, Rob was directing traffic out there, put his hands up, making sure Casilla didn't throw that. But Casilla, a veteran, knows not to get rid of that ball there and just eat it. And a good decision. Cuevas went for that middle runner to try to start a double play. He could have, you know, in hindsight, maybe gone to third and then the longer throw to first, but that...
First pitch here, fouled back upstairs, strike 1.
But that might have developed even slower if he had tried to do that.
Now Betancourt, the hitter, he is flied out both times. Tonight making just his 11th start, 18th game played. Backup infielder. Carson ready, here's the 0-1. And it runs inside on him. Carson now at 85 pitches on the night. Pugliese is ready. Clark catching the bullpen session. He is just standing and watching to see what unfolds. Carson set with it. Here's the 1-1. And a swing and a pop-up. Back behind the plate. Cruz throws the mask aside. And right by the screen, he's got it. Leaning to the backstop, straight behind home plate. Robert Carson puts his hands in the air. 7 shutout innings in his second start here tonight. A big glove hand 5 from pitcher to catcher. And Cruz against the screen right behind the plate. Final out of the inning. 7 scoreless for Robert Carson. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Stretch time at the bank. It's 4-0 York.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Seventh inning stretch, Revs with a 4-0 lead. Both pitchers will finish, assuming Carson is done after 7. I think he figured he was, watching his reaction. Both starters tonight, 86 pitches, 62 strikes. As Russell gives way, it is Simone Castro on As we start the bottom of the 7th inning, right-hander in for Sugar Land. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And his first pitch to Casilla, who shows a bunt, but he pulls back and lets it go low. Ball 1. 2, 3, and 4 due up. Casilla 0 for 3 tonight. Came in 5 for 11 on this homestand since returning from the groin injury. The 1-0. And he slaps it foul, though. Creeping up in the box, took aim at the opposite line, just wide of the bag past Polo. 1 ball, 1 strike. Revs 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Sugar Land no runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Russell went 6, giving up 4 runs, 3 earned on the 6 hits. There's the pitch, and that misses high. 2-1. Walked 3, struck out 4, did Russell.
Darryl, looking at what Rob did, retired the leadoff man in the first 6 innings tonight. Only a 7th inning single to lead off. The only leadoff man that reached against him.
Here's a high fly foul and out of play to the left. 2-2. This is actually Castro's Sugar Land debut tonight. Two balls, 2 strikes on Casilla. Castro 6'5", 230. He fires and misses up and in. 3-2. Casilla working the at-bat like a leadoff table setter type here in this 7th inning. Castro signed 6 days ago. Began this year at AAA Nashville in the A's system. The pitch, he swings, taps it slowly along the line at first. Castro picks up, aims to first. Safe is the call. First base Fred DeJesus said that Matt Chavez slightly, just enough, came up and off the bag as he reached for that throw. He kind of propelled himself to his tiptoes and just came off, and Casilla is safe on the swinging bunt. It'll be an infield hit.
Yet another infield hit for Alexi Casilla. Keep racking him up.
Tough angle to make that throw. Had to do everything right, so Alexi gets the benefit of the hit. And he's a leadoff base runner. Castro had to come in. You figure that grass is still wet. And had to aim it to the target. Uncorked a little high. Here's Dotel, and that pitch is very high. Dotel tonight 1 for 3. Revs a 4-0 lead. Leadoff man on here in the 7th. They've won 3 of the first 4 on this homestand. After a long stretch of road games, the 1-0. It is a fastball for a strike, outside corner. They had played 14 of the previous 18 away. Now a lot of time spent here trying to get off on the best foot possible and rack up some wins. Throw to first, Casilla dives back. Castro this year, 6 appearances at AAA. 1-1, a 7.56 ERA. He made it to the majors initially 5 years ago with the White Sox. And then again 2 years later with the Rockies, and last year with Oakland. Pitch is fouled back against the netting. It's 1-2 to Dotel. In the majors, 41 games, 3-4 with a 4.50 ERA. Pretty big prospect when he was coming up in the Padres system, but got to the majors with the White Sox. He deals, and it's slapped on the ground at second, laying out Betancourt. Only plays to first, pops up to his feet and throws there. Now Dotel advances Casilla to second with 1 out. Betancourt not a full stretch, but got down into the dive and made that nice play.
That's a good play right there, and you thought that maybe there was a chance for a double play once Betancourt dove and gloved that, but it just took too long for him to get up, and he took the short out first. But a productive out for Wellington, going the other way right there. After the 2 strikeouts tonight, coming back with a big single and then a productive ground out.
Now runner at second, one down. Melky Mesa, the hitter. 1 for 3. It doubled a deep right center in the fourth. Scored on Burgess's home run, the biggest hit of this game. First pitch, breaking ball high and off the glove of Norris. That goes to the backstop, and Casilla goes to third. Castro was taking his time walking to home plate, so Casilla took a hard turn just to let him know he's going to play the game hard, and Castro kind of waved him off.
Hey, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. If somebody's slouching, take advantage of it.
Be a wild pitch. Infield brought in, 1-0 on Mesa. All 4 infielders up. Pitch to Mesa, a swing and a miss. A slider from Castro to even it. Revs on the Burgess 3-run homer in the fourth opened the scoring. Added another one last inning on Dent's 2-out single. Now looking to tack on yet another. The 1-1 and a fastball just inside. They were set up away, which might have helped cost Castro. Missed to the other side of the plate with it. 2-1. Jared Mitchell watching on deck. Pitch, and it's up high. A slider, 3-1 to Mesa. Castro pitched in the MLB Futures game in 2010 when he was at Double-A with the Padres. And now set. 3-1 to Melky. Swings and loops a foul down the first base side. That'll get into the seats. And the count goes full. Alexi, the leadoff infield hit, got to second on a ground out, third on a wild pitch. Revs trying to take advantage. Castro, the big right-hander, fires. In tight, Mesa protects the hands. He'll head to first. It's ball 4. And it's first and third for Jared Mitchell.
Mitchell gets to face a righty, something that he hasn't gotten to do a lot recently. The Road Warriors threw 2 lefties in this series against the Revs, and Russell, the starter today for Sugar Land. One thing for Sugar Land, though, it does give them the double play possibility with runners at the corners now. It can move the middle infielders back.
Well, here's Mitchell, 0 for 2 tonight, but 2 runs scored. He's been on base on a walk and an error. And they do set up to turn 2. Castro, the pitch, backdoor hook. It's a called strike. I mentioned Castro, pretty big prospect with the Padres, but got to the majors with the White Sox. It was a trade after the 2011 season that sent Carlos Quentin from the White Sox to the Padres. He and one other player traded to Chicago. The 0-1, that's very high. Norris has to stand to catch it. Revs a 4-0 lead here in the home 7th. It was another pitcher, left-hander Pedro Hernandez, that was traded with Castro for Quentin. Not Quentin.
No.
Quentin.
We can't trade Quentin.
Pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball there.
He's on the untouchable list.
Glad that got cleared up. 1-2 now. Mesa takes his lead from first. There's the stretch. Casilla dancing off third, trying to distract. Pitch to Mitchell is high, and he holds it back. 2-2.
Patient approaches tonight, especially in this inning from the Revs. They've taken what they've been given. Mesa took the walk instead of trying to do too much in that plate appearance.
Sugar Land now with Kyle Winkler getting loose. Castro is ready. He deals. And Mitchell tried to check, a little bit up, appeal towards short, no swing the call. That had to be close. It's a full count. The pitch was fairly close too, just a little high. We have a righty that's shown the slider, and you see it just above the zone. Those hands have a tendency to start just in case it breaks.
How about a double to the gap here? Put this thing away. A couple insurance runs.
I'd be fine with that. I'd double down on that.
Figure you wouldn't be upset with it.
Pitch is a slider and a strike 3 called. Mitchell knew it. And Castro had that one sweeping across to the inside corner and locked him up. He wasn't looking for it. 3-2, and that's out number 2.
That's a good pitch right there from Castro. I don't know if Mitchell's expecting a 3-2 slider right there. If you're Castro, you figure why not? We're already down 4-0. You don't want to give in to one of the better hitters on this Revs team and go fastball there. He locked him up with the slider.
Now here's Cuevas, who's 0 for 3. First and third, 2 outs. Jose has been driving in the runs of late. First pitch is a slider and a called strike on the outer edge.
Had 4 RBI in that Road Warriors series. 3 of them came on that home run he had. But had that game-winning RBI in Southern Maryland too. He's come up clutch in spots.
Castro ready. The 0-1 and a foul tip back to the net. That fastball at 93, best one that he's thrown yet. Oh, Norris, I don't know if the backswing got him. He's holding the left forearm area. Inky started to come out. Norris waved him away, suggesting he'll be all right, but he's going to take a moment here. I guess the only thing I can think of is the backswing got him. Their athletic trainer, Max Mahaffey, out to examine. When we were at their place, it was a foul tip off the toe, and he struggled to get off the field, but as of tonight, he has played in 49 of their 52 games. So he didn't miss any time as a result of that, really.
And that's impressive for any catcher, even if you're not behind the plate in every game, to still be in the lineup that much. But the backswings can be tricky because you wouldn't think that it would hurt or jar you that much because it's just the backswing. It's mainly the tip of the bat hitting you. It's not the barrel or anything, but on a swing, like the full swing coming at you. But, you know, you can easily get a concussion from taking a backswing to the helmet. If it catches you in the hand, that never feels good to get hit in the hand with a wooden bat, or any bat, really.
Well, he's back in. He's ready. Pitch is high and tight. Cuevas has to hit the dirt. Look out. In near the chin.
I think I felt the breeze coming at me. I mean, that...
My heart skipped a beat.
Yeah, I was feeling for Jose right there. That was up there. I mean, how often do we see guys get hit in the face these days? It's a lot more common than it should be.
Pretty sure Castro said, "My bad."
Yeah, I mean, he's not trying to go up there.
Might be trying to move him off, but not up there. Now 1-2. Actually, I think Norris was set up away on that pitch. He was. Must have really slipped. Pitch here is swung on and fouled back over the roof. Revs a 4-0 lead here in the home seventh.
There's a reason you see so many guys in the major leagues in 2018. Even last year it started. Guys wearing the face flap. You know, most of the guys that have been hit in the face in the past wear it, but even guys who haven't really had an issue with that still wear it, just, you know, I guess, the peace of mind.
Another 1-2. And a swing and a pop up at second. It's Betancourt backing up. Hands to his side, calling for it, and makes the two-hand grab. Now the Revs unable to capitalize in the 7th inning. No runs, 1 hit. They leave him at the corners. 4-0 the lead, though, as we head to the 8th.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
The second appearance for James Pugliese. What a job Robert Carson did. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Carson tonight, 7 scoreless, 6 hits, struck out 4, and he walked a grand total of 0. 86 pitches, 62 strikes. And now Pugliese, who was impressive in his debut on Wednesday night, 2 nights ago. 1 base hit allowed, but then a strikeout and a double play earned a hold. And a 4-1 win. And he'll face Jansanti first. First pitch is down and away, a slider. 2 flyouts tonight for the Sugarland center fielder. There's the 1-0 and a fastball a little low. Jansanti versatile though. We've seen him play in the infield as well. Second year with the Skeeters. Pugliese has the grip, winds, deals, and it misses high and away. His first 3 have been out of the strike zone. Top of the order next, Norris and Rondon. And Pugliese the pitch. It misses high, so his first 4 out of the zone, maybe a little amped up coming in here in the 8th, but he was in that spot the other night with what was actually a smaller lead, 4-1. And he'll look to get it straightened out as Colin Walsh will bat in the place of Derek Norris, so maybe getting Norris out of the game after that backswing off the forearm. First pitch to Walsh. There's a fastball for a strike. Sugarland side thought it was high. Walsh, switch hitter, batting from the left. One of their infielders, J.B. Torres, points toward their dugout to say that's enough. And Pugliese a throw over to first. Now light mist falling again. Umbrellas pop up here. Norris tonight was 2 for 3 with a double. Walsh in there hitting .234. He watches a fastball come in. That's a called strike 2. So Pugliese, a 4-pitch walk to Jansanti, but right away ahead of the pinch hitter Walsh. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2. It misses down and in. 4-0 is the lead. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Lancaster at home trails Long Island 4-2. New Britain leads the Road Warriors 3-2 in the 8th. Here's the pitch. And it misses high, 2-2. Cruz will take a couple steps out before throwing it back, trying to settle Pugliese down. I don't remember if I said the inning of that Lancaster game. 6th inning, they trail Long Island 4-2. Southern Maryland up 3-0 in the 6th at Somerset. Here's the 2-2. And a fastball misses high. Now Pugliese from 0-2 to 3-2 now. And a big pitch here. He's ready. Payoff. Runner goes. It misses inside. Back-to-back walks to start off the 8th inning. He was pounding the strike zone the other night, but a pair of walks to begin the 8th inning tonight. Fletch is going to pay a visit here, and the Revs will get some further bullpen activity started. It is just beginning, though. Fletch trying to help Pugliese find the feel. Our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report tonight. Revs with Zach Wilson with the groin injury and Jay Goss with the elbow, both placed in the DL yesterday. Frank DiGiulio Jr. has been on the DL with Tommy John surgery for the year. Revs with a handful of others playing banged up. Casilla with the groin, Mesa with the quad, Dent with the hip flexor, all in the lineup tonight. Luke Westfall a little sore. He's been down roughly the last week. Hope to get him back in a couple days. Junior Rincon is playing catch. Here's Rondon, first pitch. He bunts, and Pugliese will come in toward the first base line, picks up, throws overhand to first. Burgess able to get a good enough look at it, squat down a little and handle that throw. Sacrifice is good, so the Skeeters will at least try to put a dent in this Revs lead. 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, 1-3 on the out.
It's a good sack bunt right there. That's the situation to do it. The Skeeters have struggled to get anything going offensively. Their hits have been scattered throughout the game, so when you have 2 on, you want to move them over.
And now Matt Chavez at bat. Tonight, grounder to Carson, fly out to right, grounder to short. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. And Pugliese the pitch. It is a slider just off the plate away. Perhaps a little interesting that they bunted after back-to-back walks. But Pugliese got a 1 pitch out on Rondon. Revs will take that trade. That's one of those instances where both sides are happy. The 1-0. And a bouncing ball to short. Dent will glove it high, throws it off balance. For him, that is right on balance. Across to first. Run does score, and that breaks up the shutout. RBI ground out for Matt Chavez, chopped to short. 2 big hops. Dent grabbed it in front of his right shoulder and tossed it across to first. 4-1 the lead, but now 2 outs in the 8th. Walsh stays at second base on it.
The Revs will absolutely take that. It takes Sugarland 2 outs to get that run home. You waste an out with the sac bunt. Now it worked for them. I mean, that was a key sacrifice bunt. They got the run home, but it took an out to do it and then another out on the ground ball. I mean, if they get a hit there, that's 2 runs. 1 definitely, and then you really have a rally, but not so much anymore.
Here is Albert Cordero, and a changeup starts him with a strike. Pugliese still has that hat falling off on every pitch.
You gotta give him a new one. I mean, is there nobody else that can give him a smaller hat?
It's been 3 days. We've yet to find one. Now ready, the 0-1, and a foul against the screen. Cordero's switch hitter batting left tonight, 1 for 3 with an infield hit. Pugliese the jump on him, trying to put an end to the 8th inning. Pair of walks, put his back against the wall a little bit, but trying to get out with just 1 run allowed. Pugliese from Trenton, New Jersey, 25 years old. And he settles with it. Here's the 0-2. Change up, beaten foul over toward the Revs dugout. That one up a little bit, thus contact made, but still good movement and really kills the velocity with the grip and the arm action. Pugliese went to Mercer County Community College, JUCO level, and from there 18th round pick of the Cubs in 2011. Got to AA. And now he's ready. The pitch and a foul tip to the screen will do it again. That fastball at 89. In his career, a 3.42 ERA. Started in the lower levels his first couple of years, then moved to the bullpen. He's got 10 career saves. Last year at AA, 7-2 with a 1.84 ERA. Did make 7 starts, but most of the year in relief. It's with the Tennessee Smokies. Now ready. Another 0-2. Got him! Swing and a miss. Blew him away upstairs at 90. On the radar, James Pugliese strikes him out swinging. And only the 1 run scores in the 8th. No hits, 1 left. Bottom of the 8th inning. Revs looking to go to 4-1 on this homestand. They lead the Skeeters 4-1.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Neighbors not so neighborly anymore? Sick of the size of your current home? Is renting feeling like a relentless waste of money? Agent Adam knows the feeling. With a 100% contract to close track record, Agent Adam and Housebroker Realty will sell your home quickly and help you buyers explore new home ownership with confidence. Go to agentadamsells.com or call 717-757-9999 and ask for Agent Adam personally. That's agentadamsells.com or 717-757-9999.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 8th, right-hander Kyle Winkler takes over for Sugarland. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Right now, it's a sideways mist coming down, and it's cold, cold wind blowing that rainwater around. Michael Burgess will lead things off. And he's got the biggest hit tonight. That has not changed since he broke the scoreless tie. 3-run homer in the 4th, just over Cannonball. He's 2 for 3 on the night. First pitch, he swings, bounces it toward the middle. At second, Betancourt scoots up, gloves it, and he will take his time and throw to first. Knew that he had some time. Rather than charging all the way through and throwing on the run, he broke down the steps and planted first. 1 pitch, 1 out. Looking ahead to the 9th. And Grant Sides, they were trying to avoid him last, 2 days ago. He would have been available last night. They had Rincon up last inning, but I'm assuming Sides is down there getting ready. Here's Dent. First pitch, way outside. That'll go to the backstop. Not close. Untouched by Albert Cordero, who has gone from third base to catcher. Colin Walsh stayed in after batting for Norris. He'll play third base. There's the 1-0. And a swing and a pop-up, middle of the infield. It's the second baseman, Betancourt, near the bag, gives way to the shortstop, Rondon, who makes the play. And that is out number 2. And I was totally wrong. Betancourt went to third. Walsh went into second, so it was Walsh giving way to Rondon on that play. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Revs with a 4-1 lead. So we play in nasty conditions, Long Island conditions. Although it should be beautiful when we're there next week, but it's often what it's like there. Here's Cruz. He swings, hits one high in the air and left, but he got under it. It's shallow, and coming in toward the line is Hawkins. He makes the grab. I thought he hit it better than he did when it went up, especially with that wind whipping hard to left. But it's a quick 1-2-3 8th inning for Kyle Winkler, and the Revs will look to close this thing out. And assuming it's Grant Sides coming in here on his 29th birthday here this evening. Revs in front. Actually, it does look like it's Rincon who was up last inning. So Grant will celebrate his birthday watching, it looks like. But either way, Revs trying to close it out. They lead 4-1.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking. That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelera. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from Basics, New Balance, Rika, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet selection is great, and the service is even better with personal attention. Many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes. Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the Sportswear Specialty Store without specialty prices. Flying Feet sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the ninth, it is Junior Rincon. Phipps leads off. First pitch fastball is a called strike with wind-blown mist. Going right to left across the field. We've had a lot of these nights like this at Long Island. It is not pleasant. Phipps 1 for 3. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a foul against the screen. So they had Rincon up last inning. They stay with him. Sides has been available the last couple of days after being down for 1 day. 29th birthday. He'll watch as Rincon looks for his 9th save. Got his 8th here 2 nights ago. And the 0-2. Swinging a line drive, left center, hit deep. Dotel back though, and he is there. Makes the grab in deep left center. 1 down on a loud first out to begin the 9th.
Hey, it works as an out. Dotel played that really well, was positioned well. And that works as a quick out for Rincon. Would have been cool to see Grant on his birthday, but Junior's looked good last couple outings, and good start to the inning for him.
Dotel looking right into the mist as he stayed with that ball. And here's Kubica. He lays off a little bit high. They don't have nights like this in Sugar Land, I can tell you that.
No.
Kubica 2 for 3 with a double. They can have some Texas-sized storms, but not this. There's the 1-0. And a fastball missing down and in.
Do they own rain jackets in Texas? Or at least down in Sugar Land?
I would think that they're probably collecting dust. Deep in a closet, forgotten about. What a horrible night weather-wise. The 2-0 and a line drive right center. Witherspoon after this one hit well again, but he's got it. In deep right center, 2 loud outs to begin the 9th inning. But they are just 2 outs. Revs with a 4-1 lead and an out away from ending it.
You're seeing why Mark Mason puts such an emphasis on outfield defense. I mean, Wellington Dotel's probably the least of the 3 in terms of outfield range and defense, but even he's a stud out there. He has been, and Spoon and Mitchell in right and center and right are awesome.
Here's Courtney Hawkins, who swings and misses through some high gas. 94 from Rincon. Hawkins 0 for 3 tonight. Revs up 4-1, looking to go to 4-1 on this homestand. Here's the 0-1, and that missed up high.
96.
Oh my.
It's bringing the gas tonight.
The ball may not carry in these conditions, but it'll pierce the raindrops out of Rincon's hand at that velocity. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the mid of Cruz. And the Revs now a strike away from a big win to start off this weekend. They came in tonight 5.5 behind Sugar Land for second. 7 behind Lancaster, who's losing. The 1-2. Swinging a high fly, deep left center. Witherspoon drifts. Still going back at the track. Jumps up, and he makes the grab. Travis Witherspoon scales the LED lights in left center and makes an incredible leaping catch to end it. And the Revs finish this win with a bang. 4-1 is the final score. Spoony timed his leap right in front of the LED lights, and he went sky high in front of the neon and brought it down. What a grab to end it. And a 4-1 win for the Revs, who go to 4-1 on this homestand. Big win on a nasty Friday night with this sideways miss blowing all about. But a big win to start the weekend. Robert Carson, 7 shutout innings for the win. He was magnificent. And Michael Burgess, the 3-run blast, providing the bulk of the offense. Rincon with his 9th save, and Witherspoon an amazing grab to finish it off. What a win.
That was awesome. That really was. To make a grab like that to end it, I thought that ball was gone off the bat. I lost it for a moment up in the mist and the dark sky out there, but it hung up for a while, and Spoon just kind of drifted back. I thought he was drifting because it was gone, but timed that perfectly. That's a pretty cool way to end it here at home, and that's a huge win for the Revs tonight over Sugar Land, who's just a few games ahead of them in 2nd place in the division.
I was going to say, the way he was drifting, just sort of coasting back, I think he might have thought it was gone. But with this air the way that it is late in the night, if that is the case, it did not carry the way that anybody thought, if that's the case. But either way, just a phenomenal catch to end it, and a phenomenal performance by Robert Carson, Michael Burgess, and the Revs here tonight. A big 4-1 win to start off the weekend. 1-2-3 save. They were all loud outs, but Rincon with his 9th 4-1 is the final score. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I'm spending that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
If you are facing retirement decisions, Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group can develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, we will guide you on Social Security benefits, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, pension choices, and distribution options. We can explain employer benefit plans and retirement systems such as PESERS and TIA-CREF. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a